Welcome to today's topic, everyone. My name is Sonia, owner of Latin Image Hair Salon, and today's topic, what is porosity? Now let's get started. Porosity is the ability of the hair to absorb moisture. There are three different types of hair porosity. You have low porosity, medium porosity, and high porosity. Low porosity means that the hair cuticle or the top layer of the hair is very sealed. It becomes the most resistant hair when it comes to chemical. It's harder for it to penetrate. So this is where our products come into place with a higher alkaline level to help open up the cuticle for better penetration. When you are using any type of product, you want to use a lightweight product so that it doesn't weigh your hair down. Because it'll absorb a lot of that moisture, you can't be overdoing it with moisture because it doesn't need it. It'll just really sit on top. It'll absorb as much as it can, and then it won't absorb anymore, and it'll just make your hair heavy. So you want to use a lightweight leave-in conditioner and mainly sprayed on the ends. You don't want to put it all over. Those of us that have very compact cuticle or low porosity, the hair can tend to get very oily. So the oil just kind of starts running down on the strand. The ends are typically the part that is a little bit drier. That's where the 5 levels of porosity come in, with it being a lot more compact at the root. And as you go down into the hair shaft, it starts getting just a little bit more porous and a little bit more porous. And typically the ends are the ones that are a little bit drier. This is where we need to moisturize. So a lightweight leave-in conditioner will definitely do for low porosity hair. Now, normal porous hair looks like this. You can see how that cuticle of the hair is slightly open where it can absorb moisture, but it can also retain it. So this is what's considered a normal porosity hair. So when it comes to the products that you use, your shampoos, they can be pH balanced, medium to lightweight. Your leave-in conditioners, they can also be lightweight, medium to lightweight, because it'll absorb as expected. Now, when it comes to our chemical services, also, because it's considered normal porosity, it will absorb and take as expected because, again, our chemical products have that pH to kind of finalize opening that cuticle and doing what they need to do depending on the service that we're providing. Now, let's take a look at highly porous hair. Check it out. Highly porous hair is actually one of the most misunderstood types of hair strand. And it's because the cuticle is so open. You can see that top layer is fully open. That means that when you put moisture in the hair, it's gonna grab a lot of moisture, but at the same time, is gonna let it go as well. So it'll look dry all the time. And no matter what type of products you seem like you use, you have a hard time keeping that moisture in the hair. So I'm gonna give you guys some tips on types of products that you can be using to help you retain as much moisture as possible. Different degrees of hair porosity can be found in all types of hair, so you don't have to be naturally curly to have highly porous hair. You could have straight hair and have highly porous hair. Again, because highly porous hair is the most misunderstood hair, I'm going to give you guys some tips on how to try to keep that moisture in. This is for those of you that have a naturally curly hair and have a high porosity hair, not for the ones that are chemically processed. This is for the ones that are naturally curly with high porosity. Number 1, you want to try to use a low pH shampoo. What the low pH is going to do is it's going to help close some of that cuticle down. So it's going to retain a lot more moisture with trying to seal some of that in. Number 2, you want to moisturize that hair with a deep conditioner once a week. For those of you that do your hair at home, it's helpful to do the deep conditioner and put a hot towel on top because you want to trap all that moisture in as much as possible. If you come into the salon, we definitely recommend the steam treatment, which is going to give you a better penetration for that moisture to be in that cuticle. Number 3, You want to put a protein treatment on your hair every 4 to 6 weeks. 4 to 6 weeks. You cannot be overdoing it on the protein. If you apply your protein once a week or every 2 weeks, it'll eventually cause breakage on the hair because it's an overload of protein. So you want to keep that balance of that moisture and protein on your hair, so that way it's fully moisturized, it's fully sealed. The low pH of the shampoo that you're using is going to also help lock all that moisture in as best as possible. Number 4, número 4, you want to put a leave-in conditioner in your hair after you have done your shampoo, your deep conditioner. You want to dry it with a towel. That moisturizing leave-in conditioner is definitely going to help. That highly porous hair needs moisture, moisture, moisture. So the first type of leave-in conditioner that you want to use is a liquid leave-in conditioner. Because it has that water, that highly porous hair is going to absorb as much of that first. The second leave-in conditioner that you want to use is a buttery cream leave-in conditioner because it's heavier in consistency and is going to seal some more of that moisture in the hair. Number 5. Now you want to seal all that moisture that you just put in with your oils, oil application. You have to remember that water and oil don't mix. So your leave-in conditioners are water-based. Your hair is going to absorb all of that very nicely. But the oil is a non-aqueous product. Therefore, it doesn't have a pH. You need water to have a pH, and the oils don't have that. So oils are used as a sealant. If you're applying that oil before you do the leave-in conditioner, you're blocking the hair from actually absorbing that moisture because you want to create that layer of locking in all that moisture that you put in the hair. Is the reason why you're going to put it in last. Now, tips on highly porous hair that has been over-processed, and this is when we have over-processed with any chemical service. The types of products that you're going to use on this type of hair is slightly different, and that is because we have actually torn down the natural properties of the hair. So the type of products that we use are going to be slightly different. The cause of the porosity is mainly because everything has been torn apart. Number 1, we want to use a low pH shampoo for chemically treated hair. Again, I have posted them below. I definitely advise you guys to check it out if you have overly processed hair that has caused that porosity. These shampoos are going to help repair a lot of that strand, and it's going to help seal in that moisture and make it as healthy as possible. Number 2, we want to be doing a treatment once a week. Now we want to alternate between the type of treatments that we're doing. We want to do a moisturizing treatment, a repairing treatment, and a protein treatment. Every week we're going to be doing something different because the chemical has broken down all those natural properties of the hair. We want to put that moisture back in. We want to repair that strand as much as possible. And we also want to put some of that protein back in the hair. So treatment once a week is definitely going to help repair a lot of that strand. Number 3, we want to finish everything off with a repairing leave-in conditioner. We want to continue to moisturize and hydrate and lock everything in as much as possible. Again, remember, when we have chemically altered the hair, we have opened and exposed all of that cuticle, and it's very difficult if it has been over-processed to really completely seal everything back. So we want to repair as much as possible with a repairing leave-in conditioner. So as a recap, this is what low porosity, medium or normal porosity, high porosity, and overly porous hair look like. So some of you might be asking, can I change the porosity of my hair? And to a certain degree, yes, you can change it, but only to open up the cuticle more. You can't actually close it. If your hair is naturally porous on a natural virgin state, you cannot make it low porosity because that's how it naturally is. Now you can make the porosity even higher. You can have a normal porosity and have it become high porosity just based on how you're manipulating the hair, based on the products that you're using. So if you're using products with a high pH, it just opens up the cuticle a lot more. Remember, we want to use low pH products that help seal and close as much as possible. So yes, the cuticle can become more raised. Also remember the water. The water has a level 7 on the pH scale. And when we shampoo the hair and leave the hair wet for long periods of time, I've said it before, we expand that cuticle. So we're opening up that cuticle permanently. It's not something that we can just close very easily. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I definitely enjoyed making this video, putting all this information together for you guys. I love educating you. I love educating myself. I love what I do. I love hair. And my goal is just to educate everyone as best as possible, help make better hair product choices, and get to know your hair better. If you have any comments, any questions, you can always ask below. The list of products is down below as well, so you can check them out and see if you haven't tried anything, something that could possibly work really well for your hair. Don't forget to subscribe down below for future hair care videos. My name is Sonia, owner of Latin Image, and I will see you guys next time.